So now we will see how to convert a CSV file into a JSON format using data factories in Azure. Okay. So for that, first we need to create a storage account. In the storage account, we have to create two containers. One is input, another one is output. So let us see how to create storage account first. So we need to click on the create, give the required details. Here select the resource group which is already there. Storage account name I am giving here KL test storage account. Okay. So I have given here KL test storage account as my storage account name and select the region which is nearer to you. So I have selected South India which is nearer to me. So the primary service I am going to use the blob storage. So I have selected as a blob storage. There are other services are also there, files, tables and queues. I have selected Azure Blob Storage. To leave the remaining as it is and click on review and create. Now it will get validated. Once it will get validated, you just click on create button. So it takes some time to create the storage account. My deployment is completed. So now click on go to resource. Now I'm going to create now two containers. Okay. One container name is input, another container name is output. So for that, we need to click on data storage. So to create the containers, click on the containers. So click on plus container. Give some name to the container. I'm giving here the container as input. Okay. Just click on create. One container is created. I'm going to create one more container with the name output. Right. So click on create. Now see here, there are input and output are two containers were created in my storage account, that is KL test storage account. Now what I will do is, in the input container, I'm going to upload one CSV file in the input container. So if you go to the home page, you see the storage account. Storage account was created. If you click on this, click on the storage browser, then you can see the containers that you have created here, blob containers. So these are the two containers that we have created. Otherwise, you can go to directly to the containers. You can see directly here also. Now, I'm going to upload one CSV file in input container. So whatever the CSV file that is there in the input container, I'm going to copy that file into the output container and convert that CSV file into JSON file format. Let us see how we are going to do that. So before that, let me show you. So there are the containers, two input or two input and output. I'm going to click on input, click on upload, browse for files, which file I need to upload. For that, I'm going to upload one sample CSV file. It is a CSV file, right? Click on one CSV file is uploaded, right? Now go back. So in the input file, In the input container, one CSV file was uploaded, but in output container, there are no files. So what I do is, whatever the file that is there in the input container, I'm going to copy this file, CSV file, into the output container and convert this data format, which is the CSV, into JSON format. Okay. For that, we require a service. We need to use one service called data factories. See here, that is available already there in the screen. Data factories. Otherwise, if it is not visible there, you can simply type here as in the search bar as data factories. Data factories. Simply click here. It is going to ask how to create now. So click on the data factories. Just click here and create button. Same thing, it is going to ask some values. Azure for Students is my subscription. Click on the resource group. Already I have created KL Stud Learn. I'm going to select that. If it is not there, you need to create one resource group. Okay. Name of the data factory. I'm going to give KL Test Data Factory. KL Test Data Factory. Region is selected as East US. You can select which is nearer to your location. I'm going to select Central India. Version is V2. Click on Review and Create. It will get validated. Then click on Create. Now see, the data factory was created. So now we have created one storage account. At the same time, I have also created one data factory. Data factory. It is not visible here. Just you need to refresh now. So KL test data factory. When you click here, this is the page it will be displayed to you. That is Azure Data Factory Studio. You should click on Launch Data Studio. Now see, I have created a storage account. In that I have created two containers and also I have created a one data factory. They are visible on the home screen. Now, in order to convert a CSV file into a JSON format, I need to create one pipeline using a data factory. So click on the data factory here. Click on Launch Studio. So that Azure Data Factory allows us to create a pipeline between the two containers to convert a CSV file into JSON format. Now, if you see in the left hand side, there is a menu. The second one, if you see Other, just click on this. You will get the pipelines. There is a list of items will be visible. Click on the pipelines. Just click on the new pipeline. The first one is Move and Transform. Just click on this and copy data. Select it. Just drag and drop on this editor. Okay. So because we are doing a copy activity, means the CSV file we are copying from the input container to the output container and convert that into a JSON format. So once you drag and drop here, you're going to see this menu, source and sync. Sync is nothing but destination. So just click on the source data set. We have to create one source data set. So click on the new. Where is our data actually? In the Azure Blob Storage. So click here on Azure Blob Storage. Continue. In that, what is our source data format? CSV file. So click here and continue. It will ask you to create one linked service. We need to create one linked service between the input and output or source and the destination. So there are no linked service available here. For that, you have to create a new one. Azure automatically will select one name for the linked service, that is Azure Blob Storage 1. Leave it as it is. Okay. Now, now coming down, Azure subscription. We are using Azure for students. Click here. And what is the storage account that we have created? KL test storage account that you need to create here, that you need to select here. Okay. Once you select the storage account name, nothing you need to do. Click on create. Now, a linked service was created. Linked service was created. Next, we need to give some properties. We have to select the source file path. We have to select the source file path. So click here on the browse button. Where is our source file? In the input container. So click on input. For upload is our source file, which in the CSV format. So click on OK. Click on again OK. Now source we have already created one source data set. Now coming to the sync. Next click on sync. We can create a new data set. Click. Our output container is in the blob storage. So click on Azure Blob Storage. Click on continue. To which format we need to convert our CSV file. So here there are available 6 different data formats are there. So my source format is CSV file, which I want to convert that into a JSON format. So click on JSON format. My sync data set or a destination data set is JSON. Click on continue. Here you need to again select the linked service. Already have created Azure Blob Storage 1 that I am going to select. Okay. So file path. Next one is we need to give the output container where your file need to store. Click on the browse button. I want to store the JSON format in the output container. Click on OK. Again, click on OK. You can give file name here. Otherwise, once you click on OK, here if you see in the sync option, click on open. Click on open. So here you need to give one file name here. Give any of the file name. Here I'm giving the customer output. Customer output. My format is JSON dot JSON. Okay. Then click on pipeline. Click on debug. Click on debug. Now see here the activity status is under queued. It is under debugging process. Once the activity status becomes succeeded, you can check in the output container the file, the converted file, which is in the JSON format. So we need to wait for the debugging process to complete. Yes, it was completed. We get succeeded. So now go to the output container which we have created. Go to the output container, click on the home button, storage account, the containers, output container. See, my converted format is customer output dot JSON. So when you see that, when you see the input CSV format, when you see this, the data, it is a customer ID, gender and item, which is in the CSV format. Okay, comma separated values. Now, if you see the same data, which in the CSV format was converted into JSON format, which is in the output format, output container. So click here. Otherwise, if you want to see that customer.output, click on the three buttons and three dots, click on view or edit. So this is the converted JSON format. So the data which is in the CSV file, now it was converted into a JSON format by using Datafactory. Okay. Thank you.